Babylon thinks I'm copying them. Oh, Babylon, if I was copying you, I'd be doing a lot better. You have 31 science per turn, and that's at 50%. What? Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. Oh, by the way, I haven't shown you the tourism overview screen. This is the new mod I'm using. It's really cool. So this is Sukritact's tourism overview screen. Easy for me to say. It's really handy. It shows you exactly how you get tourists and how people get domestic tourists. So essentially, domestic tourists are earned for every 100 culture somebody gets. You can see Australia has 8, and they are very rapidly getting more. I get a tourist stolen from them if I get 1,600. So effectively, combining over the 8 players, it's just over twice as difficult to get a tourist to you than it is to generate one yourself. So that's kind of what we're dealing with here. This will come into play a lot more later on. You can see things like open borders are beginning to spread in certain ways. But yeah, no, we'll keep an eye on all of that stuff. But it's a really fun mod. And as we go closer to trying to push for a tourism victory, you'll be able to see bits and pieces of it making a bit more sense. Oh, you've left yourself open, barbarians. That's not very sensible. Not very sensible at all. Oh, yeah. No, now you know. Now you know there's a problem. Or bam, slinger kill. There is archery. I'm doing my absolute best to get as many Eurekas as I can. I cannot tell you how much of an advantage the AI has on Deity++. It's just unfair. So anything I can get, any advantage that I can give myself is going to be hugely important. So lots of things are going to happen all at once now. Archery will finish, which is good because I might actually end up building myself Temple of Artemis. I don't know at the moment, but there's early empire. So urban planning and discipline are still giving me fairly decent bonuses across my cities. But what I can do now is plonk down my campus, which is a nice +3. That is worth era score. And I can go for Magnus to give myself provision. Means I no longer lose a population when I make a settler, and that's worth 305 gold. And off to Antarctica I go. We're going to go and settle up there. It's a different continent to settle on, which is beautiful. I've got a scout looking at that one for me. And I mean, in theory, I might be able to justify settling on this tile, but that's a -15. That would be much harder to hold. So instead, I might choose to go and settle up towards this area, maybe to go and get the coca. I kind of want to settle near this if I can, but yeah, this is a desert city and it's pretty naff. I could go and settle here, actually. That would give me access to the other ocean. I can go and explore it from there, and actually gives me more access to Roriyama later on. But yeah, actually, this isn't a bad idea, going to settle over there. Is that a plains hill? No, that's a grassland hill. There's no easy canal spot. This is a canal city, but I want to stop Babylon from settling in this direction, so that's floodable. Yeah, all right, that's where I'm going to settle. I think that works well, but we'll keep an eye on that one, and I'm going to start just chopping things down. Like, that's 54 production towards that campus with Magnus in there. Bam. Time for political philosophy. I don't think it's worth moving Amani around at the moment, is it? No. Keep an eye on it though. You never know. Two people want a great scientist. Oh, these are going to be really difficult to get. Even if I get a library in a city, I don't have the capacity to be out producing Babylon on this sort of stuff. Not really. Georgia. Hello, Georgia. Honored to meet you. Yes, we'll exchange. Oh, you're over there. Great. You're on another continent. That is definitely not a bad thing for you. I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably fine. One more settler. And now, yeah, I think I'm going to go and settle in that direction now. Barb encampment destroyed. 3 era score because it's within 6 tiles of my land. Have I just met Fez? Lots of scientific city-states. Interesting. What does Fez want? A spearman as well. That's 2 city-states that want a spearman now. We're going to unlock that very soon, but I might preemptively just move Amani over to Fez, because I reckon we can use her to get a spearman pretty quick. That should be fine. I just picked up a missionary quickly, because once Barcelona is done with its holy site, I want to get the shrine up quickly, and it would absolutely suck if I didn't then have Feed the World in that city already. Campus finished. Era score done. Bronze working finished. Did I get any iron? Where is the iron? Oh, some below me. Some right where I was going to build a city. That's annoying. Some over there as well. Yeah, I kind of want my mission buildings. But yeah, that's enough iron to keep me happy. So we're going to do that. I was waiting on the boost for irrigation, but it's 1 turn. I just want the silk at this point, so I'm not going to wait for that boost. Bam! Religion spread. Do I go for a library or do I go for Temple of Artemis? One can be bought and one can't. Oh, I could get Oracle as well for more great people points. There's a lot of decent options here. This Temple of Artemis would allow me to get 1, 2, 3 amenities in my capital, as well as this cattle. There's probably a better option, but there's really not a lot of better options, to be absolutely honest. This one would allow the horses over there to be taken in the capital, but would mean that this cattle doesn't get improved. And this is a desert tile. Yeah, I'm just going to build up my desert tile. Let's just do it. Let's get myself Temple of Artemis. Holy Site's given me 3 era score. I think I'm just going to maintain my friendships for now. Australia is a good target, to be fair, because they are on another continent, but Australia does get double production as soon as you attack them. I've learned the hard way over the years that that can be a bit of a problem. Now, here's where I start to build up a little bit of gold. I have 1 governor established at the moment, so that's worth 2 gold per turn, but if I send it to a different continent, it's worth 4. This is where my route to Cahokia is still worth 8 gold from 2 bonus, but Mexico is worth 4 gold from the bonus and 7 overall. Oh, that's a good road though. Yeah, 7 gold per turn to Mexico. That's what we're going to do for now. That route will only get better with time, so I'm happy that that one is a good thing to do. And who's going for a religion? Scythia's going for a religion, but I've got a missionary here. You know what? I'm going to go spread it to Mongolia. Reason I'm not going to spread it to city-states is because I'm going to wait for city-states to get that as a quest, religious conversion. Then I'm going to send them the route. Spread them that way. It's a little bit sneaky, I know, but it's all in the line of good fun. Let's get these whales. I'm not far off getting a shrine in this city. I might as well just work it rather than buying it. There's a lot of competing factors on my gold at the moment, so we'll kind of spread the load a little bit. Celestial navigation. There's no point rushing harbors because I don't have the population for them at the moment. Actually, sorry, just thinking this through. I want temples as fast as possible, so I'm going to get the monument here instead and then buy in the shrine. No, Ursa, come on. Districts. Feed the world equals districts. What I'll do instead is get shipbuilding that lets me embark. I can sail across the sea to little islands like this one, which are totally pointless, but means I could, in theory, settle more. Oh, barbarian horsemen. Glad we're not on that continent. Oh, wow. They really want open borders with me. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll take all that. That sounds great. And then now they'll buy the horses back. Okay. Who wants open borders? 4 gold per turn for open borders. Yes. I'll have that, and that, and that. I just made like 200 gold on open borders there. That's wonderful. Okay, right, I've changed my mind. Let's get that shrine in immediately then, and then build the monument. But yeah, that's really handy. And there's the silk. Oh, what can I sell silk for? 14 gold per turn. Yeah, there we go. These are the deals I've been looking for. Feels expensive, but I'm going to buy this tile, this 105 gold tile, because I can put a quarry onto it. It's a very good tile to work. In fact, I'm going to just force it. It's got a little bit more food. But that boost to masonry means that I can just pick up that tech briefly as well, which is all lovely. And bam, Mongolia now follows me a little bit in religiously. That's wonderful. I just want to spread my religion around a little bit, tiny bit, a little smidge. They love the fact that I have no cavalry as well. Mongolia and Genghis, they always come round. Eventually. It just takes a little while, but eventually they realize that we are not a threat whatsoever, and if we can make friends with them, no, okay, maybe next turn. They should accept friendship, and we should be able to run from there. Here is a government, and Babylon beat me to it. Literally, when I had the settle of that, to say that's painful would be an understatement. Fine, we'll go back to Barcelona, and I'll cross this little ocean and settle down there, but Babylon, you knew what you were doing. Can't even judge you for it, because that's exactly what I was doing. Classical Republic, 15% great person points. I am really excited about that, because I can get even more great person points than I would normally be getting, so we'll take that. But I'm just going to pick up scientist points. I'm going to pick up Diplomatic League, and I'm going to pick up Urban Planning. I've already got that. Corvée for Wonders. Let's do that briefly. Now, the Temple of Artemis is almost done. However, we now have the ability to get even more gold from selling all of our luxuries, which I will be doing. Any horses? Yeah, I can still sell the horses. That's lovely. Make friendship with Genghis. And now, watch this. We will get myself a library that is worth 5 science and is worth 2 extra scientist points per turn. But then we've got 40% more. So that's actually 2.8 points per turn. Yeah, we should be getting a lot of scientist points. I really, really want to get one of these classical era ones. So there we go. There's a scientist. And hoping as well, just in case Babylon with their 45 strength cities. Oh, do anything too bad, I've now got myself Diplomatic League, which is one envoy in the city-state counts as 2 for the first time you get one. Fez and Kaguna both want a spearman. They have 0 envoys with me apart from Amani. So now we can buy our spearman like so, and Fez now is bowed to me, and I get science every time I spread my religion, which I'm going to be doing a lot of. Hello, Persia. Nader Shah. I've yet to see this version of Persia have a good game, which is sort of just shows you everything about them, really, doesn't it? They're over there, Susa. They look so much like Japan on these games. A CAD. I don't know. Like, I think I'm just going to leave Amani in Fez just for a moment, because I do really like the idea of spreading my religion a bit more. So now we've got political philosophy. Let's go drama and poetry, which I'm actually going to boost for the first time in ages. And we'll just sort of push out. Delegation is most welcome. Yeah, a little bit of gold. I'm liking this. This start is a good little boost. It's a good little start. We donate their shipbuilding. That means I can now actually get this settler to go somewhere different. This is a totally pointless island. It really is. But I could use it actually to get myself some sea resources. And there are some more turtles out there. And is this that plain hill? No, that's just regular plains. Sod it. Let's just go there. Come on. Over you get. Let's go and settle that island. Because this is a new city on another continent. Valencia. Beautiful. I want to spread my religion over there as soon as I can. What I'm actually going to do is move Magnus over immediately. So this will be a governor on a different continent, which would mean all my trade routes will get 2 gold and 1 production. This is where Magnus is going to live now. Forever and ever and ever. I'm relieved to see your empire poses no threat to us. It's such an underhanded statement, that, isn't it? It really is. Australia are almost getting a domestic tourist every turn now. So yeah, we are going to go tourism. I think Australia is looking very increasingly like the sort of person I might have to do away with quickly. There's wheel, there's iron working boosted. I reckon we can get Valencia up to speed pretty quickly, to be honest with you. We'll see just how quickly we can do that. Oh, look, Mongolia ended up settling where I was kind of considering. It's probably for the best. That would have been a terrible spot for me, because loyalty would not have been good. Temple of Artemis. Now, this reliably makes my capital ecstatic. Hopefully. It also gives it food and housing. If I did ever make a Pingala city, it would be okay. I don't envision having Pingala in my continent. We're going to make a sort of separate continent, but for now, along with the drama and poetry boost, it's a really good source of extra everything, really. We get hanging gardens. Ooh, only 7 turns. It's a lot of production in Madrid, and it's actually doing really well. We could get Stonehenge as well. I think I'm going to get Oracle. Let's do it. I'm just building wonders now. Apadana I can't build in Madrid, unfortunately. So if I'd known we were going to have this many wonders, I would have definitely beelined that. But alas, not for today. We have wheel now. What are we aiming for? What are we even aiming for? What's even the point? I would quite like lumber mills. So let's go for pastures now. Hong Kong has been met, of course. Religious conversion. Oh, here we go. These are the first religious conversion ones we're getting. And Chinguetti, I didn't even notice this one. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is the city-state we want. This is going to give me huge faith on my trade routes. So we'll do that today. Uh-oh, everything's on fire in Valencia. Actually, this is a good time for Valencia to be on fire, which sounds ridiculous, but it's got 1 population at the moment. So that's actually, it's actually okay. Instance 14 gold per turn. Yeah, I'd rather take that lump sum of gold than I would actually be happy. It's the age-old question, would you like to be happy or rich? And, you know, you can't say both. In Civ, it's one or the other. Let's see if that spreads. It probably will. It's rainforest to rainforest. Rainforest fires can't spread to woods fires and you know, vice versa. But these tiles actually could be worth a decent chunk if I were to keep them. So maybe it's not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, there we go. There's the fire. I thought it might happen, and so it did. Never mind, I'll bring the scout out before it gets roasted, but that's okay. Looks like we're going to settle this city fine as well. We've circumnavigated the globe, apparently. How did we do that? Oh, we're all the way up there. That makes sense. And by it makes sense, I mean it totally doesn't make sense at all, but we will accept it as fact. Horseback riding stern. Babylon, do you want to be friends? Yay! Friendship, friendship, friendship. I will be going to war with somebody at some point. I just don't know who. I play some... Like, this is the truth of it. I get bored. I sit there and I'm like, but I could be killing someone. And then it's like, no, Ursa. Don't let the intrusive thoughts win. Oh, Valencia actually could get a watermill, which would boost construction. Yeah, Eureka focuses. There's a settler. People are too trusting. Look, I will build walls when I know what walls are. Okay? One step at a time, Georgia. Honestly. Hey, we got a scientist. There we go. Education boosted. That was not the last one. It was another option, but that's just given us an envoy in Jerusalem and Taruga, which is brilliant. Look at all these just passive envoys starting to accumulate. We're doing really well, actually, at getting all of these quests. We must continue. Never settle. Theology now. Temples again, and worth another 3 food and 2 housing, as well as all of the extra faith per turn. Spain is all about faith. Now this is mathematics and 1 random Eureka. Apprenticeship. I probably didn't need that one, but never mind. We'll just take it. There are some turtles and there's celestial navigation. If we want to build harbours, we now have the ability to. The grace of God, England, Victoria, and an empire. Not the decent England, though. So, you know. Oh, come on, I'm being mean. I love Empire Vicky. She's great. Oh, she doesn't have turtles. She's my new favourite. Anybody I can trade with is brilliant. Oh, that was the last person. We've met everybody. So we have well overshot in the classical era here. This is tons and tons. This is brilliant. Right, where are we going to settle? I could now go and settle up here, and I've got the loyalty pressure. And there's sugar. Yes, please. All right. Let's go do that. Valencia, you 475 gold. I'm almost there. I swear I'm almost there. Yeah, I reckon in a couple of turns, because Magnus is still established. That's good. Oh, my trade route now should be getting 2 production and 4 gold, which it is. Lovely. These trade routes are going to get very, very silly if I can hold on to them for large periods of time, which I plan on doing. In fact, it was only 1 turn I needed. There is the settler. Perfect. Off you pop. Apparently I can't get through because of this Australian scout, but don't worry. That'll probably end up moving. Probably. We'll see. I have no evidence for this whatsoever. It may not move ever. Oh, Valencia's now got a big old volcano that's just gone off. Oh, man. Everything in this city is on fire. We're just going to have to nod and go, sure, it's all fine. Don't think about it too hard. Could go and settle over there now, actually, on this little island. So we've got some turtles, got some fish, would be pretty good, but more importantly, it's on another continent. I'm just saving my faith. I really, really, really want to improve my religion and then get Fez rolling as quickly as possible, which is why I'm holding on to my faith at the moment. We're only 4 turns away from temples, and if I can get myself an apostle, I feel like we can spread crusade around a lot more, especially because nobody has gone for a religion, so we might as well just really enjoy it. It's still exploding. Some good tiles, though. If we can survive this, then it'll be worth it. There's construction, which means we can put the lumber mills down. Oh, that's a lot of extra production. Okay, time for a holy site. That's a +3, I know, but it's a very good tile, and it's next to a very active volcano, so I'm thinking better than to go for that. I might just use this +2. I know there was a +3 over there, but that's going to be a good tile for yields later on, hence why I didn't want to replace it. There's a lot of semi-perfect ideas sometimes, and you just have to pick one and go for it. Hattusa, oh my goodness, so many science city-states, it's pretty mad. I mean, Kill was looking pretty important on this game, not gonna lie, but there's Oracle. That means I can patronage great people for 25% less faith, which now Chingetti's in the game will sync up very nicely with my trade routes, so that's gonna be good. 2 extra scientist points from this city. I'm thinking about getting a harbour and a industrial site in this city as quickly as we can. Theatre squares also would help massively. There's a lot of good stuff that we could pop in Madrid. I'm just keeping an eye on all of it, to be honest. I will pick up Stonehenge. I don't normally build a late Stonehenge like this, but Stonehenge would give me a 3 apostle, and that would help me to save some faith and improve my religion and then activate Fez. Some strange tactics and plays coming along this game, but I think it's going to make a lot of sense. Theology. Okay, urban planning. I'm thinking about putting in immediately. I mean, we've got a lot of great scientist points coming in. I'm just trying to work out how important those scientist points are. I mean, this Hildegard is good. She would give me science based on holy site adjacency, and I've got at least a couple of +3s. I mean, it could get higher after that as well. Just a nice, decent source of science. Yeah, you know what? I'll keep inspiration in just for a second, see if we can go through with that. But scripture, that's an extra 5 faith per turn. That really helps monument mentality. And now we just need to get enough gold together. I can buy a temple in, like, rapidly. Come on, people have got to want to see. Yeah, actually, you know what? Look, that was a lot of gold. 480. I need 100 more gold, and I reckon we can probably do that next turn with my resources. So we'll get a temple in. I will get an apostle in. Can start to build Mahabodhi Temple in Barcelona, which will take a little while, but it's worth the wait. And I can now actually think about going for my industrial zone in Madrid. Who's the first engineer? It is Isidore, interestingly. Oh, so much to think about. So much to think about. I'm loving this game already. It's so good. Well, now I've got temples and Mahabodhi Temple and all that sort of stuff. I'm thinking games and recreation. Colosseum might be a good option in my sort of area. I'm currently going through a bit of the thing where I want every district. Right now, I'm kind of thinking that I want writers, I want engineers. Tourism is going to be a tricky thing to get, but maybe later into the game, we're going to go biosphere. We're going to go for a technology-related science victory. Oh, I say science victory, culture victory, scientific culture victory. We'll play it by ear. Hong Kong. Cities get 20% production towards city projects. I like Chinguetti though. This is really, really good. International domestic trade routes receive +1 faith for every religious follower in a city. So that'll be worth 5 faith per turn. I have the card that gives me the first envoy counting as 2. And there we go. That's another city-state on side. And we've just met Vatican. Oh, Vatican is good. And is that a different continent? No, that counts as the same continent. Unfortunately, the continent we're on is about half the map, seemingly. That often happens on smaller maps. You get one continent that's sort of the vast majority of the map, and then a lot of other smaller ones. That's the second time that's happened this game. Australia has just nabbed that location. Right. Okay, well, I guess we're bypassing and we're going straight for this one then. Although that's suddenly now, oh yeah, because of course we now know what Persia's doing in that area. So that's a bit more of a pressure. I reckon that says -19, but I reckon we can get away with that one. That's what I'm hoping. As I say, we've got more areas to expand. I just don't want to keep settling on my own continent. I want to spread out and enjoy the map a little bit more. There is 480 gold though. So there's the temple in Barcelona. We're going to pop it in. The granary will finish. And then we'll stick Mahabodhi Temple down. It's going to be a tough build, this one, but I think it's the best city to build it in, yeah. So, yeah, we'll just let that go through. And now we can improve our religion. 400 faith for an apostle. Well, we need to get these going. Evangelize belief. One thing, Zoroastrianism, that's Scythia's. Okay, Crusade is good. I would like more faith, however, I'm thinking. Although I could get, I could spread my religion around every time I get papal primacy. That would help to spread it around the map a little bit. Or religious unity to give me an envoy every time they first adopt the religion. Oh, that could be good. I think to start with, I'm going to get mosque, because mosque will help me to then spread my religion around. Their Stonehenge is on the way. Currency is done. What industrial zone? I'm going to put an industrial zone into Madrid. I think going for great engineers is definitely the play here. Although, as is the case with many things, it's very tempting to get every district all at once, and we can't afford to do that. Beelining towards our unique improvement. Monarchy would also be a very good pickup, although we'll go military tradition briefly just to get the flanking bonuses. I don't know how we haven't got that one. Oh, we're not going to pick up a scientist, are we? I did kind of want her. You never know. You never know. Kill for a spearman, you say? I would love that. Military tactics boosted. It's very rare I get that promotion just because I very rarely remember to use my spearman. Okay, right. You, Mr. Fez Galley, I need you to move, and I need you to move quickly, because if you block off this passage, it's going to be the second city-state that causes me to be really, really annoyed this game. Stonehenge, 3 great prophet or an apostle if you've already got the prophet, but it gives me a little bit of extra faith per turn as well. Helps me just to improve my religion without needing to spend the faith on the apostle itself. Don't forget, Fez is going to be used in this game. Every time I spread my religion, I get a nice burst of science, and science is important. Georgia's on 16 techs. We've got 17, 17, 18, 19, 21, 21. We're very much mid-pack. Babylon is doing its thing. It's 11 techs ahead of me. But you never include Babylon in fair comparison. It's just not a fair thing to do, really, is it? Oh, a nice trade route there to Australia. Bit of 6 faith per turn, as well as 2 production and 8 gold. Beautiful. Madrid now has a temple. Oh, yes. And a mosque, which means that my apostles from this city will now be better. And there's evangelizing the belief one more time. Do I want to just pick up faith per turn? I've got 3 cities that would be 6 faith per turn at the moment. It would encourage me to spread it around, but I do like the idea of giving me an envoy at the city-state when it first adopts the religion. That'd be a very handy way of picking up a lot of envoys. You know what? We're going to do that. We're gonna do that. Then we can spread my religion deliberately to city-states and pick them all up as permanent friends. So I'm going to try and do this game. You had better move, Galley. You had better move. I find the AI does this time to time. It'll just have an injured unit and oh, thank goodness I can move through it. Oh, sometimes you can't. Sometimes it stops you. Luckily, I think I was allied to them, so it's fine. But they will just leave units randomly around the map and not move them. And you just sort of stand there going, what does that mean for me? Tribal village, 20 faith. Hey, that'll do. There's apprenticeship. Okay, we can get an industrial zone down in Madrid, which is going to be a lovely thing. There's a nice +1 production there. You can use the quarry to get 1 production there. I think I might put it on this tile, actually. I know I can't improve it very much later, but what I can do is build Venetian Arsenal. And Venetian Arsenal is going to be very handy if I choose to do a little bit of war later on. Frustratingly, there's this whole other continent to my right, but that is also the same continent as the one I'm on. So really, we're settling up to this northern area up there, or going on to the islands above Antarctica, all of this tundra. Oh, what a terrible map. Oh, man-at-arms. I love having Babylon on the map. Have I ever told you how much I love having Babylon on the map? I really do. So much fun. Okay, now we're going to beeline boats. So we've got mathematics boosted, buttress we'll do in a bit, and cartography is build 2 harbors. I haven't got 1 harbor yet. Eventually I'll build some harbors. In order to get my navy out, can go around the world this way, but I think I am going to need a canal city. I know I like canal cities. I know it's a thing I usually do, but I'm being very honest. I think we will very much need a canal city. I think what I'm going to do is end up putting a city there. That means I can then put a nice +3 harbor down, then canal over like this. Will involve steam power, but that's okay. We're going to get the medic. I missed out on the other scientist, but that's not so bad. Missed out on a little bit of science per turn, but having unit healing later into the game is pretty handy in itself. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Dayboy91, Shonkrates, Portland, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalek, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boy Zorro, Callum Billy, Garrett Gowan, Polar Bear Ray, El Truand, Creston, RB Hedged, Mushkin Mandletort, Esri Dax, Deeble Time, Shoelace, Burial, I'm Daft, Gooberman, Clint Hennes, Dr. Bobby. Thank you all for your support and for everyone for watching. See you all next time. Goodbye.